A runway ripoff.
Came out to $5,200.
Almost $3,000.
You probably have seen his dresses before. Winnie, Taraji, Beyoncé on tour.
I was like, oh God. I was like, I've gotten in one of those situations.
But several women claim designer Valdrin Sahiti is using his impressive resume to entice Black women into buying custom wedding dresses.
They know better. They know what they're doing.
And ghosting them after they pay the deposit. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. He gave us tour looks for Renaissance, the Little Mermaid premiere, and several red carpet looks last year. These are some of the glitzy dresses that Valdrin Sahiti's 2.3 million Instagram followers swoon over. So you can only imagine a lot of people want a piece of it, including several women who reached out to the Shade Room claiming that they ordered custom wedding dresses from him. And as soon as they dropped that down payment, the communication started to fade. And as soon as we started digging a little further, we started to notice a pattern that many of these alleged victims are Black women. This was the Instagram post that had Tatiana French all in. She's getting married this spring.
The reviews that I initially saw, they were fine. Like, I didn't see anybody. They were like, oh, the dress was beautiful.
It says, quote, "New Yorkers, are you ready? Valdrin Sahiti is bringing his magical dresses to NYC. Book your appointment."
Send your first deposit. You go get professional measurements. And then in 6 to 8 weeks, the dress will be done.
French lives in Austin, Texas, where she got her measurements taken. She then sent them to Sahiti's team in Kosovo, a small country in South Europe near Serbia.
Midway between the 6 to 8 weeks, they said that you would have a video showing with the dress on a model of similar measurements.
They agreed on a dress similar to this one, cost about $2,500. She put down a $1,300 security deposit.
Then they'll do the final touches or whatever that may be, and then they'll get it to be shipped out to you, and shipping would take 24 to 48 hours through DHL.
The terms and conditions are spelled out on their website. Quote, Valdrin Sahiti official products take 6 to 9 weeks to be produced, depending on the complexity of the product. The sales team will accommodate a delivery date for the customer as a deadline.
And 8 weeks comes and I haven't heard anything.
And time was ticking. By the end of November, she went ahead and sent them a message through WhatsApp.
I text, I call, I text, I call, nothing.
She got the runaround for days. A representative saying that they checked with their sewing department. French says, though, that was not enough. So she started applying pressure and booked a flight to Kosovo, furious but determined to get her dress by any means necessary.
I'm like, I need to see progress by next week or I'm coming out there. So I sent her a flight that I booked. And she was like, okay, well, if you're coming, then I'll show you the dress then.
The customer service representative continued saying, quote, "Dear, your event is in February. The dress is on process, and we have others that need to be delivered before yours. Once your dress is finished, I will send it to you, as I have no intention in keeping it from you. Please be patient." End quote. French does own a business and couldn't get to Kosovo, but it didn't stop her persistence. On January 3rd, they sent her this quick clip of the top of the dress and asked her to send the second half of the payment and an extra $500 for shipping.
It was just a Western Union link, and it says, send money to this person, and then the email confirmation is supposed to go to them, but I'm supposed to be paying DHL. Another $500 is crazy. After I've already sent you this money and you're not even communicating with me effectively.
Stacey Haynes says it happened to her. She eventually went to a fitting for her wedding dress back in May 2023.
And I saw that they were going to have a dress fitting in New York City. Flew to New York, went to a bridal shop. They actually sat there and like drew it out, and it was actually like, it felt legit. Like he drew out the entire dress exactly how I said I wanted it to be made.
She PayPal'd $2,000 as a security deposit. She did agree to pay the remaining $3,200 when the dress was complete. But months went by. Nothing. It was time to check in.
And he was like, oh yeah, we're working on your dress. Give us about a week and then we'll get a video conference with you. Week passed. I was like, okay, it's been a week. Any updates? give us another week. We're still working on it. We're still working on it. I was like, okay.
She says the weeks continued to go by. She then threatened them with a lawsuit if she didn't see progress. Then she says that they stopped responding to her.
I was like, oh God. I was like, I've gotten in one of those situations.
Especially when she started digging deep into the company's Instagram comments. One customer writing, quote, "Never got the wedding dress I order or my money." Another, "Send my dress. My wedding is in 4 days." And another, "I hope the other Black women, including myself, get their wedding dresses."
And it didn't matter. Like, there was some people who had a small following versus people who had a huge following. Same scam, same stories.
They know better. They know what they're doing.
I reached out to the Valdrin Sahiti team right away and got a response. It says in part, quote, that we have initiated a comprehensive internal review to identify the root causes of the delayed merchandise delivery. Our team is diligently examining our logistics, fulfillment processes, and communication channels to pinpoint any deficiencies. We are implementing measures to enhance communication with our customers. This includes providing regular updates on the status of their orders and addressing any inquiries promptly. For customers who have experienced delays, we are actively working to expedite their orders. Additionally, we are exploring appropriate compensations or alternative solutions to ensure their satisfaction, end quote. Customers, though, are not buying this. A lot of them say that this is scripted and generic, and that's why the Shade Room is going to continue to follow up. We actually asked them specific questions about these specific customers on a timeline in which they will receive their dresses. Now, as far as best practices in these types of situations, it's always best to get something in writing, something in contract form when you're dealing with something like this, and also use a credit card just in case you need to file a claim. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter. Hello roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe and check us out at theshaderoom.com.